Hey everyone, welcome back to Saturday Morning Toy Tunes. It's the weekly live stream here on my channel in which we all gather around the modern day campfires of our computer monitors and our iPhone screens, or whatever your taste is in cellular phones. And we talk about all things geeky that happened in the past week. I am Terry Smith, the host of the show, and I'm ready to go. I've got my coffee here. I've got all kinds of things on my desk. It's an absolute cluttered mess. I've got several, well, by several I mean 2 Republic gunships from Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadrons. And it's been a morning. It has been a morning. Let me just go ahead and do a really quick check here on my audio. Yes, I do have audio. That's good to know. And, but I woke up this morning, already late, to find that the monitor, the screen, the glass on my iMac had come crashing down. Yes, recently I had to replace the hard drive in my iMac, and I bought some aftermarket tape to reaffix the monitor to the computer after I was done repairing it. And it held pretty well up to this point until last night, until early this morning, and whereupon it just came crashing down. And the thing that saved it from breaking, are you ready for this? Because like I said, there's a cluttered mess on my desk, and the thing that actually saved it from breaking it, is standing right here. Yeah, Ahsoka to the rescue. I still had this figure sitting on the desk, and she broke the fall enough that she saved my computer screen and saved today's live stream. So yeah, many thanks to Ahsoka Tano. Thank you for taking one for the team. She is undamaged. I know that her hand wasn't on. I just haven't reattached it yet. I haven't had time. I've been really, really busy trying to get everything going for today's stream. It's a pretty exciting stream because for the first time in a while, in a few weeks, I don't have a new figure here to unbox. So I've had to, this is what we're going to start calling an out of the cellar portion, because as you know, I have a basement here that has a lot of spiders in it, or it did at one time. And there's also a lot of figures in it. And many of them I have not yet opened and posed or played with or what have you. Some of them have been opened, but just not taken out of the box, so to speak. So it's my first time today opening up whichever figure I wind up choosing to, well, whichever figure you guys wind up choosing for me to post. I'm gonna back up here. I posted a poll in the community tab of YouTube, and the clear winner was the Darth Maul 6-scale figure by Hot Toys from Solo: A Star Wars Story, DX19, or 18 actually, I think it is. And sadly, while digging around down there this morning, I was unable to find it. But I did find everything else that I had listed on there, as well as one additional figure. You may see that I have posted a, I can see people are already doing stuff with that right there. Looks like Luke Skywalker has, oh my God, it's a 3-way tie for all 3 figures. So go ahead and vote in the poll which figure do you want me to unbox and pose today. The Luke Skywalker Deluxe 6-scale figure from Return of the Jedi by Hot Toys, the Yoda Attack of the Clones 6-scale figure by Hot Toys, or the Hot Toys Obi-Wan Kenobi Deluxe from Revenge of the Sith. That's the one with the little baby Luke in it. And the Luke Skywalker one is the one with the deleted scene costume, the poncho and the goggles and all that good stuff. I can't believe I haven't opened that. That's the one that I had big plans for my display, and I just never did anything with it. Anyway, considering I have not watched the recently released Star Wars animated series on Disney Plus, I won't be talking about that today because I really have nothing to say about it because I haven't seen it. I've been tied up in watching Narcos, of all things. I'm totally addicted to that show. Great show if you haven't seen it on Netflix. Really, really brutal. Not for the faint of heart. Yeah, very emotional stuff going on there. Anyway, without further ado, that's pretty much what we've got on the docket for today. I'm just going to look around here to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, and I don't appear to be. So let's move ahead with saying hello to everybody. I saw that there were some people there pretty early in the chats, including Bitter Troll. Hey, Bitter Troll, welcome. Bitter Troll's a relative newcomer to the stream. It's good to have you here, and good to see that you've become a regular. Steve131 is here. Afternoon for you. Yeah, over in England, I believe, right? Yeah, that's right. Hello there to Darth Batman 81. How's it going, Sir Keith Lee, my fellow St. Louisan via Montreal? You're from Montreal originally, right? Yeah, I think so. Is here as well. And yes, I have seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I guess we could talk about that, but I'm sure there are quite a few people who have not yet seen it. So let's not ruin it for them. If we do talk about it, let's just talk about how great it is, and it is great. It's legitimately probably in my top 3, definitely in my top 5 Marvel films of all time. Delightful from beginning to end. Really, really enjoyed it. Steve Nara is here. Hey, how's it going, Steve? Womp, womp indeed, man. Yeah, get on that. I know it's busy at the theaters on the weekends. I myself there were 5 people in that theater in addition to myself. I made out like a bandit. I love that kind of stuff. Lang Kramer is here. Hey, Terry, for once before I go to see you pose a figure, Sideshow already shipped it to me. Purge Troopers on the way. Congratulations, man. That's great. You suggest gloves like Dark Trooper when posing? I do indeed. In fact, off camera, I was using gloves constantly. I have some cloth gloves here. Not here, in the studio here. The other studio. 2 studios. I'm very fortunate. So yeah, definitely when you're posing that figure, it is very, very shiny, and it fingerprints very, very easily. Should probably ask, everything seems a little loud here to me, but I know that my microphone hears things differently than I do, so if the music is too loud, feel free to let me know. Bitter Troll is coffee, sausage, toys, and eggs. I've only got half those things. In fact, I just realized I haven't had breakfast. Coffee on an empty stomach. Mug of the day is courtesy of Black Label Society. I picked this one up at the Black Label Society and Anthrax show. Exodus was there as well, but I didn't pay much attention to them. I got to go to that show thanks to our very own Mike at Bad Wolf Media. So thanks for that, Mike, and thanks for the opportunity to buy this mug. And to finally hear Anthrax rounding out the big 4 in from the thrash metal scene. I finally have seen all 4 of the big thrash metal acts from the 1980s. Terry Smith is here. That's good news. Scrolling on down. Yes, indeed, Darth Maul escaped Bitter Troll. Yeah, keep voting in those polls, everybody, because we really want to find out. We really want to have a decisive winner here, or even if it's a squeaky finish. I don't care. Let's just go ahead and make sure that we get the right figure open. You don't want to make me choose. Don't make me choose is one of my favorite things to say. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Again, are you guys watching those great deepfake videos with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Anakin? So funny. I'll say no more. Let's see. Brandy Woods is here. Hey, Brandy Woods. Talking about the Purge Trooper. Autumn Glading Shoes is here for the first time ever. I remember you from back in the day. So it's good to see you making the transition over here. Hopefully this will, hopefully this kind of serves as like a comfortable, like, I don't know, purgatory between what Sideshow has done with live streams and shows in the past and what Sideshow will be doing with live streams and shows in the future. We'll see how that goes. I don't know what they're planning. I'll probably be the last one to know since I'm not even on site. John Galgano is here. Big Star Wars fan. Happy May the 4th weekend to you, sir. Moving on, Pierre P from Florida is here. Hey, Pierre, welcome. Lar Powell is here. Have you been here before? I don't remember that name in this live stream. Rob Parisho is here. Hello, Rob. Good to see you. Melissa K from Sweden is here. Hello, Melissa. Welcome. As is Liza Sella from Colorado. Still got snow on the ground there. Man, it's such a weird year, right? We're getting so much wind here that it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. TK421 Collectibles is here. One of my favorite YouTubers. Hello, everyone. Great job with the Purge Trooper first look. Thank you. Thank you. I took some, I had to make a few little adjustments and do some really interesting stuff with the lighting for that thing because it is so shiny. I mean, it's all stuff that I've done before, but that figure needed to have some support. Jakub Zahin is here. I hope I pronounced that properly. If not, I apologize. Feel free to correct me if you want in the chats. If not, if you're comfortable with mispronunciation, so am I. Gina B Collecting is here as well. She's got her cappuccino. We're ready for the stream. Hello, everyone. Hello. She's from Canada. Got a lot of Canadians in the stream, and I really dig that because I've never met a Canadian that I didn't like. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible for me to dislike a Canadian. I guess I'm just meeting all the right ones. Allison Lee is here, the other half of Keith Lee. How's it going, Allison? I guess you guys are chilling in the same house together. Same room? Different rooms? Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Like, okay, I'll be over this afternoon just to see what the setup is. I'm coming by, guys. Didn't whether you know it or not. I am planning on going to Max Local Eats today because I am craving a cheeseburger. Yeah, didn't realize the bases were that heavy. They are, which bases? What are we talking about here? Sometimes everybody who's joining us for the first time, a comment comes along later on in the stream that's referring to something earlier in the conversation that I've completely forgotten already because I've moved on. Awful lot's happened since then. Commander Green is here, another one of my favorite online media content creators, this time in the form of Instagram. If you have a fondness for 6-scale figure photography, you need to go check out Commander Green's Instagram. It's really, really on point. I haven't looked at it myself in the past week, mostly because I just haven't been visiting Instagram that much. CT603 is here. Hello, sir. Good to see you. How are things in New Hampshire? Keep thinking I want to move to the Northeast. Probably should have done that after I left Charlotte. It would have been a lot closer. Ooh, 2 first print comic books yesterday. Wow, which ones? You gotta share, dude. Don't leave us hanging on that one. That's important. We need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm never gonna say that phrase again. That's so passe. I'm trying to figure out what t-shirt you're wearing. Okay. Let me go ahead and clear this off so you can all get a good look. For those who aren't aware, I'm a massive, massive fan of Queen. Yeah. Yeah. And their modern day reincarnations. So many bands out there borrow heavily from Queen. I'm talking about Muse. I'm talking about The Darkness borrows heavily from Queen. And the Struts. I really, really, really love the Struts. I've been listening to a lot of those bands lately, which probably prompted me to put on this Queen shirt. It's a Target special. I didn't get it at a concert. More's the pity. That's my time machine show. Yeah. To be able to go back and see Queen live. Early Queen would actually be better. I would actually prefer to see Queen when they were playing smaller venues. That would be amazing. Not a big fan of that movie, though. Whoa, huge jump in the comments. Wow, letting me know that I'm falling way the hell behind, so I'm going to try to catch up here. Let's see. It is... I said on YouTube that I would be posing that 6-scale figure, whatever 6-scale figure wins the poll, at 10 o'clock. That was when the show was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. I'll try to get it started at 10 o'clock, but I reserve the right to push it to 10:30 if the commentary and the discussion warrants it. So we'll just see how things go. Dude, I've got to say the same thing. I'm seriously hoping to pose Master Kenobi. I'm wanting that to... Now, don't let that influence your votes in any way. You vote for whichever figure you most want to see. I want this to be a fair poll. I want it to be a very reliable... Yeah, I want that. I want the outcome to be natural. Let's see. Am I skipping anybody here? Fares is here. Hey, I almost blew past you, my friend. It's good to see you back. Been drinking, so lost my TIE Fighter pilot license. I just found my TIE Fighter pilot exclusive downstairs right next to my AT-AT driver exclusive. So, and I know you've got both of those. You featured videos on your channel relatively recently. A month or so ago, right? Maybe 6 weeks at most. Allison Lee loves Narcos. I just found out about Narcos Mexico last night. Is it any good? I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something about Javi, right? There's something about Javi. Maybe it's because Javi's also the Mandalorian. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like I said. Everybody's talking. Everybody's glad to see Autumn Glading Shoes here. What's up with that? I think I missed that. I think that was a reference to something that happened on the live stream once, right? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Bitter Troll's got coffee and a bagel. Dude, you have a bottomless pit of a stomach. That's impressive. That's impressive. I'm I'm hungry myself. I'm very, very close. I have a raspberry Kringle from Trader Joe's in there, and it's calling my name. Can you hear it? Not over the music? Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to go see it again. Yeah, so if you guys are up for a review, whenever you can like ditch the kiddos, or hell, even bring them along. It's not all that kid-friendly though, is it? There are moments. There are moments. Let's see. Kumar's here. Hello, Kumar. Another great figure photography whose presence on Instagram has been felt by myself. Love his posing game. His posing game is definitely on point, and I love the way that he lights his display for his photos. So check his stuff out. That's definitely worth a look. Chris Kaz is here. Hey, dude. How's it going? Any thoughts on the new Winger? You know, it's the first time in a long time that I've deleted an album from iTunes. It's true. It's true. I did not know about the new LA Guns album, though, so thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'll be following up on that later today. You can count on that. Yeah, the new Winger... I should probably give it another chance. It might have had something to do with my mood, because when I was listening to it, I was on my way to the dentist office. Yeah, and I think that can affect anybody's opinion on events, what have you. Two studios. Thank you, Steve. God, why you guys always giving me earworms? Why? As far as earworms go, that's kind of fun. I do like Phil Collins. Did I just say that publicly? What's that great line from Sing Street? That movie Sing Street? I can't remember the name of the director, but it was like the capstone on his trilogy of great. He's the same guy that directed oh God. Oh, again, Terry's forgetting the names of artists and their stuff. Anyway, but it's a great movie. You should see it. There's a line in there where he actually, the guy actually tells his little brother, "No woman can ever respect a man who listens to Phil Collins." I don't know if that's true or not, but I suspect it could be. Hugo Ramirez is here. Welcome aboard, sir. Hello, good to see you, as always. We have escaped from Autumn's closet. The Obi-Wan reacts videos, you've got to check those out, everybody. Just do a YouTube search for Obi-Wan reacts. I am still in stitches over those things. Oh, Liza's in Alaska. That's right. So yeah, you probably do have snow. But that's not a definite these days. Who do I know that's in Colorado? Sound off. Hugo likes the Queen shirt. Perch United is here. Hello. Kenneth Bird is here. Hey, dude. What's up? And let's see. Oh, somebody didn't PO the Perch Trooper, but you're making me change my mind. That's good. That's job security if I change people's minds. So thank you. Actually, I'm close to changing my mind on it myself. I told Guy the other day during a conversation that this is the closest that I've come to ordering something based strictly on a visor. Yeah, it looks like a freaking pair of Oakleys from the 80s, right? The Fire Iridium lens. Yeah, is it the Fire Iridium or the Red Iridium? Because there were two different things. I think Fire was a bit more orange. But the red iridium lenses on the Oakley razor blades were my jam back in the late 80s, early 90s. Yes, that's right. I grew up in a small central Illinois town. And so many Oakleys were lost in the bottom of a lake because I kept wearing them when I was wakeboarding and kneeboarding. When are Hot Toys going to make IG-12 and Grogu? Tomorrow. I don't know. I don't require that. But we'll see. It's a flash in the pan, basically, insofar as the story is concerned. But that hasn't stopped me from picking. I mean, I've got the Artillery Stormtrooper over here. 6 seconds of screen time. And I've got him in my collection. So, 3 episodes. 2 episodes? 3 episodes? I think 3 episodes. By comparison, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, okay, let's bring that up. Because as I pointed out when I was doing the posing session, when I was putting it together last week, for the first time, this static stand on the base is not just a key and keyhole setup. It screws in, so it's solid. I mean, it's on there tight. It's not going anywhere. So, and that's a very, very heavy metal stand. So yeah, it's all plastic everywhere else. So that part's not really all that heavy. But this is really heavy, and the seamless figure body, the metal endoskeleton, is very heavy. The figure itself is very, very heavy. So the two of those things combined, I think, really helped save the day. Ahsoka herself cushioned the blow, and the stand was able to deflect it enough that it just kind of didn't break. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. Okay, another big jump in the comments. Let's scroll back. What speakers do you have in there? I have a pair of Klipsch computer speakers. They're THX rated, with a subwoofer. They're amazing. They are amazing. These are the only speakers that I listen to music through in my entire house. And they're so dynamic that they actually go throughout the house. Also, there's a crazy thing that's going on with the ceiling in 2 of the rooms of this house where the walls curve up into the ceiling, and that creates an interesting dynamic effect with the audio that just kind of forces it to it echoes nicely. Echo. Bad Batch. Get it? If anyone is not a massive fan of Queen, they're wrong. That's it. Kenneth Bird is here. Hey, dude. What's up, man? Next, NECA just announced a Freddie Mercury figure. Is that 12 scale? 6 inch? I could get into that. Queen definitely rocks. I've got a photo of myself laying down on the ground next to Queen's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'm all excited. I'm just like, ah, you know. That might actually have been the look. I peeked at myself in the monitor because I'm vain. Brandy Woods is drooling all the way up in Montreal at the very thought of a Kringle. She got to taste the which one was it? The walnut Kringle? Almond. That's right. There is no walnut Kringle. The almond Kringle from Trader Joe's. I might actually just have to walk over there and grab that last piece of Kringle. I make those things disappear in a hurry, so fast that I like legitimately when the raspberry Kringle is gone and I think this is their last week at Trader Joe's. I'm not buying a Kringle until the almond comes out again. Get my nuts confused. Anyway. I got my DX Mando Luke. Still need to unbox. I heard it's pretty amazing. By all accounts, it looks like it's really, really amazing. That's another one that I didn't order. I have so many Lukes. That's actually not true. I don't have a whole lot of Lukes, but the ones that I do have, I'm comfortable with. Yeah, dude. Ferez says that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was such a roller coaster of feelings, and he loved it. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. So you're saying no kids at the theater? That's fine. That's fine. Kids make me nervous. Visions 2 is not kid-friendly. That's interesting. Okay, good to know. So I won't show it to any kids. Oh, God, I cracked myself up. Yes, good old 80s. There's nothing about the 80s that I don't find nostalgic at this point in my life. But I'm a 80s child. I'm a Gen X kid in his 50s now, so of course I'm going to love it. Oh, yeah. Weight comparison of Ahsoka versus Iron Man. Yeah. So somebody was asking about that. So I'm going to... let's see. How should I do this? Ah, I know. Okay. Hang on, everybody. Taking a time out. Got my scale. And I've got an Iron Man Mark 85 hanging out in his kneeling pose. Seriously, y'all. I mean, I think Sideshow still has some of these, or do they have a Mark 85 still? I don't know. But that freaking portrait, God, I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and weigh these. Good God, that scale is so filthy. I'm such a pig. Okay. Here we go. Gotta figure out the units. I'm gonna go with pounds and ounces on this. So the Iron Man Mark 85 with the Tony Stark portrait on it weighs, really? 1 pound, 15 ounces, so almost 2 pounds. Soaking wet. And the Ahsoka figure weighs, I guess I should also throw the missing hand on there. Let's go ahead and get her leg down so I can get her to stand. Okay. 13.9 ounces, so not quite a pound. So, no, it doesn't really compare to an Iron Man figure. I think I actually might have said something about that on the live stream last week. This might be as heavy as an Iron Man figure. Well, maybe as heavy as one of the early incarnations of Iron Man from Hot Toys, the ones that aren't die-cast. But certainly not... There we go. God, another one. Has Hot Toys not been on point with their portraits lately? I mean, come on. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah. God. Come on, man. Yeah, I can't wait to... Oh, God, look at that. Her vambrace is hanging from the stand. Jeez. All right, pop that off. Vambrace back on. I love this look for Ahsoka. I love every look for Ahsoka. Who am I kidding? All right. Oh, Tommy K is here! Be silent, Thomas. Yeah. That's not as funny as it used to be. I'm just gonna probably just stop doing that now. Alright. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody, as I recorrect this pose of Ahsoka Tano. I'll finalize that off camera because we got a lot to talk about. Actually, didn't I just get done saying we don't have much to talk about? Anyway, so it is a 7-inch figure. That's right. That's right. You know, that doesn't matter, Steve. It doesn't taste like almonds. It doesn't. You really can't taste the almonds. There's just something about everything else that goes into. Well played, sir. Well played, sir. Like you've never screwed up your left and right. Come on, man. Mm. What's a cribgly? You mean Kringle? Okay. You don't have to ask me twice to bring up a piece of Kringle and eat it. This is a Kringle. It's actually a whole ring of pastry that's about that big around. And you just cut out in segments. It's stuffed with, in this case, raspberry goodness. And covered and coated with icing along the top. It's puff pastry, obviously, and just very freaking delicious. This is the first time in months that I've eaten something on this live stream. And I think everybody's pretty grateful for that. Oh, God. So good. Let's see. Yeah, free comic book day is today, eh? Yeah, I've stopped collecting comic books, too. I was just building them up. However, I've recently begun reading again. Currently reading The Expanse. Yeah. Leviathan Wakes. I'm halfway through it. And I'm looking forward to finishing it by probably tomorrow. Because I've got a lot of reading time this weekend. Liza Casella is kicking herself. Could have gotten Ahsoka from Waitlist. Waitlist, because we just waited. Yeah, get it? And conversion in Hem and Hawed and lost my chance. Wow, so it is sold out. That's too bad. That's too bad. Sorry, man. Don't hem and haw anymore. Don't hem and haw. Pre-order it. And secure that order. Get it in. Seriously. Dark Wolf Music Collectibles and More is here. Hey, my friend, how you doing? We don't have to discuss it, but did you see the coronation of King Charles III? Anyone else is welcome to answer as well. No, man, I did not. I did not. I kind of wanted to. I've got a bit of a fascination with British royalty. I do watch The Crown. All caught up on that show. It's a great show. But my fascination with English royalty doesn't really extend beyond that. I don't read any books about them. I don't follow them in the tabloids. Don't really care that much. But it would have been kind of cool to see, considering it is, of course, the first coronation in more than 70 years, I think. When Liz was, Liz. We go way back, Liz and I. When Queen Elizabeth was crowned back in the 40s. Right? Yeah, 40s. 50s. 40s. Anyway. Do the math, Terry. Anyway. Steve Nara gets bonus pay for the weekends. I do not. But that's fine. Nolan is here. Hey, dude. What's up? Tommy K. Long days and pleasant nights. Is that a well wish? Or are you describing a particular geographical region? Because I kind of want to go there. Actually, I just saw this thing about... I just saw this quick video on Facebook about this island off the coast of like a 2-hour plane flight from Fiji that's the least visited place on Earth. And it looked amazing. Like the runway, the international airport runway at nighttime turns into like a playing field for football, soccer, for tag. There's like kids running around playing tag. It looks amazing. I kind of want to do something really, really interesting like that. But first I've got to go to Scotland. Speaking of Scotland, where the hell is Dob Bear? Anybody seen him? It still plays? Okay. Okay, that's good to know. We're talking about Be Silent Thomas. It's fun. Speaking of NECA, I missed out on the Steel Clan Gargoyle. Yeah, I don't know enough about gargoyles. I've not seen it. Tell no one. Especially don't tell my friend Aubrey. She's a gargoyle nut. She's probably watching silently in the chats. Dude, I have, I don't want to say I've done that, but I have. Not necessarily in one sitting. It takes a while. I mean, that's a lot of pastry. But I've eaten a whole Kringle in 24 hours. In fact, I just opened this one yesterday. And it's almost gone. So good. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like that. Sad. Sad. The Expanse is very awesome. I freaking love it. In fact, I was woke up in the middle of the night last night to let Piper out, and it's kind of become my thing now. Where when I let Piper outside, because for those of you who don't know, my dog Piper, very old, blind, weak bladder anyway, and on top of that has a tumor in her bladder. So I have to wake up at 2 o'clock just to take her out to make sure I don't have to clean up a mess every morning when I wake up. And it's fine. It's part of my whole bivalent sleeping. Bivalent, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I've only seen it in text. I've never actually heard somebody who knows actually say that word. But I guess I could look it up. Dictionary.com. Yeah. But anyway, went back to bed and just picked up the book and was was reading it for a little bit, and like right away picked up the phone and started scrolling, because Amazon has an Expanse store with all sorts of merchandise you can get, and they have a wide variety of t-shirts that you can pick up. And there's one that's like, it's got a fist in the air and it says Oya Belta Loda. And I really, really want that shirt. Or an OPA shirt. In fact, I've thought about getting an OPA tattoo. But I've also thought about getting an MCRN tattoo. I don't know. I love all things Expanse. Anyone been to Hallbox? Going next month for my birthday. I have no idea what that is. But I will Google it. Everybody says Gargoyles is good. I've also heard that it still holds up. So it's possible that one of these days, just as I finally found myself to my way to Narcos, I may find my way to Gargoyles. It is actually in one of my... I actually have it like set aside on my list of things to watch on one of those streaming services. I can't remember which one it's on. Is it Disney? Can't recall. Might be Amazon. I don't know. Just got a sci-fi looking speaker from Gravistar. Cool look for space-themed mechas. Sound is okay. Nice decorative piece. You've seen them? Check them out just for kicks. Kicks, not clicks. That's the motto here. There will be a t-shirt at some point, I'm sure. All right, what time is it? 10 o'clock. And I'm caught up on comments. 30 minutes. Take that, Paul. Mm. 30 minutes, and I paused to eat a Kringle. Yeah. Were you one of the last ones to get it, Autumn? I don't even know if this is really Autumn. I can't imagine this is really Autumn. I think this is somebody who's taking the Chick Magnet net handle Autumn Glading shoes as an homage to Autumn Glading. Either way is great. Yeah, well, so's Batman, and look at that. Another show that I have not seen. Although I have seen Batman Beyond. Wow, that's weird. Yeah, 38 Geeks is not a lot for this stream. It's kind of lightly populated today, and that's fine. It just means that the stream is easier to keep up with. And in regards to, thumbing my nose at Paul, Paul usually has what, 80 to 100 or something like that on his stream. Frequently more. Yeah. Alarm. Okay. Refill. Wasn't much of a refill, just had a little bit of a splash in the bottom there, but oh well, whatever. Yeah, wow, that's wild. It's really boomed then, hasn't it? That's awesome. Big Dog Pound is here! See, this is what happens when I start late. You can actually make it, right? Oh, good to have you here, man. I have to ask, is there anybody here who is not friends with me on Facebook? And if you are friends with me on Facebook, keep in mind that there is the potential for me to not recognize the connection because your name is different here than it is on Facebook. So on Facebook, feel free to give me a shout. Send me a private message saying, hey, I'm so-and-so on YouTube. And I'll be like, oh, big shock. For instance, Tom, 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 Tom. Man, Paul's right. That is such a great thing. It just rolls. It's really a joy to say that name. Tom, 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 Tom. I gotta figure out a different way to say that, not just simply a Paul on that one. It's I gotta come up with my own thing, similar to Be Silent Thomas. Tom, 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 Tom. Nah. Oh, that's fine. All right, we're all caught up. So, what are we gonna do now? Music's okay, clocking in at -40. Still love this thing. I keep thinking I'm gonna find a place for it on a display, and I never do. Oh man. All right, we can talk about that. I use my shampoo and conditioner is from a place in Charlotte, North Carolina called oh shit. It's a small place. They have like 2 or 3 locations in Charlotte, and they make their own hair care products. So it's kind of like a boutique thing, right? Priced accordingly. It's not cheap. I want to say that a big bottle of a shampoo is like $60 or something like that. But apart from that, when I get out, once I've showered and rinsed everything out of my hair, there's also my wife, estranged wife, soon to be ex-wife, sent me a purple shampoo because she noticed that my hair was getting kind of brassy on the ends. So I use that on occasion, like once a week, just to keep it neutral, looking white. And that's about all that I use in the shower. When I get out of the shower, nothing. I don't do anything to my hair for the first couple of days after a wash. I only wash it about once or twice a week, which sounds gross, probably is, but you know, I'm trying to take care of it. I mean, it grows pretty fast, and it's not the thickest hair. I'm in my 50s now, so I've lost some, so I'm trying to save what I got. And washing your hair every day does kind of tend to make it brittle and dry and annoying. Anyway, but let's wrap up this hair talk as quickly as I can. I do have a dry shampoo that I get from thelonghairs.com, and I'll use that as the hair gets less clean. And I do have a good deal of that in my hair this morning. I threw some in this morning before I did the photo for the show. And that just it's a dry shampoo. It does it kind of does what the name implies. I think most of my female friends who have long hair, my sister included, she calls dry shampoo a flight attendant's best friend. Because they're frequently gone for days on end and don't have time to shower, so they'll use the dry shampoo just to bring their hair back to life and make sure that it, yeah. So I use that stuff. It's good. Wow, several comments. Hip Optimus Prime! Tom does it better. Paul does it better. Where is Paul? Paul doesn't like us anymore here. He's busy. I get it. What are your thoughts on the May 4th Hot Toys releases? That's a good question. I'm glad you brought that up. I can't believe that I didn't think about it. This music is really dark. Let's fix that. Oh, I love Memory Drive. It's a great track. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is ELFL, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't be sure, so I'll just get back to this. There we go. So my thoughts on the May the 4th Hot Toys releases. First of all, I was over the moon for Darth Sidious. Did not see that coming at all. I just woke up, I was like, what? Yeah, I was so elated and like instant like pre-order for me. What's his name? Oh shit. Oh, the clone trooper. I can't remember his name. Don't tell me. All right, tell me. I I have the sideshow version. I have the sideshow version. So I don't know that I'll be getting the Hot Toys version. I would really like to see them make a Phase 2 version because we haven't seen one of those before. And it would pair very well with the 1, 2, 3, 4 Coruscant Guard Troopers that I have from Hot Toys. 5 if you count the one I have from Sideshow, which I don't. Yeah, it's an interesting decision. I'm sure that what Hot Toys has done is a step up from what Sideshow did 10 plus years ago. But it's not enough of a step up for me to warrant buying another one. Now, for those who missed out on him, yeah, that's great. That's great news. I think that they're fetching all the Sideshow clones are fetching a premium in the aftermarket. So to have the opportunity to own a brand new one on the really super tight Hot Toys bodies with the great paint apps, I'm sure is a welcome thing for not just for people who missed out on the Sideshow release, but also those who just want to improve the overall look of their display. So yeah, those are the only two, right? Did I miss anything else? Oh yeah, we also got the announcement of the other two Inquisitors, which, oh, what to do there, right? They haven't been released for sale yet, but I'm sure that that's coming in the very near future. Very, very cool. I love the idea of Grand Inquisitor and all the other Inquisitors flanking Darth Vader from Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that would be an amazing display. I'm a big fan of Inquisitors. I know that their portrayal in Obi-Wan was kind of divisive. I think it was kind of tilted on the side of those who were enthusiastic about them, but there were some detractors, very vocal detractors. We all know how I feel about vocal detractors. You foul the air, my friends. Knock it off. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand. How does everybody else feel about it? Because I'm super stoked. Moving along, the real Autumn can refuse your hair characters. Yeah, she does a lot of really awesome coloring stuff. Yeah. Is this a reference to me? Because this is all natural. Just to be clear. There is no platinum blonde here. This is all silver locks. I thought the soon-to-be ex was against the long hair. She is, but she's all for hair care, skin care, makeup. She works for Sephora. So, you know, she gets stuff either cheap or in some cases free. They have a gratis program, as most, I think most companies in that industry do for their employees. Are we talking about Aura Singh? Let me backtrack and see. Oh, yeah, I missed some stuff. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about here, but if we're talking about Aura Singh, I've got an Aura Singh statue downstairs, and it's really cool. Today's episode, The Secrets of Terry's Magical Beautiful Hair. It's only magical and beautiful some of the time. Other times it's just like, what the fuck? Thank you, Brandy Woods, for confirming the memory drive is indeed ELFL if you haven't checked them out. They actually have albums available on iTunes. I'm sure that they're also on your music streaming service of choice, so go check them out. Commander Fox is the one we're looking for. Thank you, TK421, for... I don't know why I'm so bad. I do know why I'm so bad about names. It's because I'm ADHD and shit just doesn't stick to my brain. Sunnyvale Russ is here. Hey, dude, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome. Jen Edwards cannot stick around, but it was good to at least see you pop in. Thank you so much. I'll take the view. Kicks, not clicks. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. We'll see how they do. I would say that if you're looking to get some figures that are going to be hard to find later, get those. We'll see. We'll see. Regarding the Clone Wars Hasbro line, Fox was a huge seller, Target exclusive back in the day. Hot Toys maybe try to see if... I wonder if I don't think I got that one. I don't think I got that Black Series. Yeah. Much rather have a second sister. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. We'll see. We've got a Jedi. We've got a scout trooper from the video game. I just kind of want to see if Aura Hair Care Products. Gotcha. No. No, that's not who it's from. There's a place up the street called Main Attraction. Ooh, that's clever. And I keep defaulting to that name in my head. Sheer Excellence is the name of the company in Charlotte who makes the stuff that I use for washing and conditioning my hair. Yeah, definitely. So I'm looking forward to getting a Hot Toys Battle Droid in hand. It's gonna be a while, but if ever, because I don't think that I ordered any. Certainly not for because I have so many. I have like 18 battle droids down in the basement. It's insane. But from Sideshow, obviously from Sideshow. But just looking at the first look video, and I texted Guy about this. Excuse me, I'm all coffee burpy. But I texted Guy about this, and it seems to me that they pretty much did a repeat of the Hot Toys engineering on the Sideshow. Hot Toys did a repeat of the Sideshow engineering on their figures, just added a couple of different elements, but I can't say that for sure until I get one in hand. Some minor improvements. I'm interested to see how they compare height-wise, and also as far as the deco goes. I think the Hot Toys figures are going to wind up being more accurate to screen than the Sideshow figures were. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to wait until I get them in hand before I can actually make a decisive judgment on that. That's big shock. You're all in on Inquisitors? No shock there. No shock. Proud of you. Proud of you. What time is it? 10:16. Why don't I split the difference on this one? Because I originally said on YouTube that it would be 10 o'clock. I started an hour late, so that would make make it 10:30. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. That's interesting. I think if you really want to see Mark Attack, if you really want to see how the Purge Trooper is for range of motion, just watch the video. I do a really accurate description and demonstration of just how posable it is. If you do the elbow bend past 90 degrees, you run the risk of the van brace pushing up and popping the hand off. That's something we've seen before in other Clone Trooper figures. Not one that we see in Jesse, obviously, as demonstrated here. We get a great 135 degree bend out of that one, easy. So there's just something of a different. Maybe it's the unique qualities of the ARC Trooper van brace that make it easier, because the Purge Trooper is wearing Clone Commander armor. We'll say that it's basically the same armor that you see on the likes of Cody and Vaughn. So from the neck down, and I think also the boots are somewhat different, if I'm not mistaken. It's been like a day since I saw it in person, yeah, it's posable enough. I was able to get some really. Yeah, I almost said something I shouldn't have. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, man, I heard. Guy actually told me about the Stormtrooper Luke and Stormtrooper Han, and I was like, oh, so that's gonna be somebody's good day. I'd be interested in see. Did anybody here get those? One of those? Two of those? Both of those? Because that would be awesome. TK592. All the TKs are coming to the yard for this live stream. That's good. Getting ready for work. OT for the HT. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, you did? Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Let's see. Anything else that I can say about that? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty posable, dude. It gets a lot of good. I mean, you get that because of the stretchy qualities of the undersuit. You get great mobility of the arm. I mean, I only bent it like 90 degrees back because, really, do you need to go further than 90 degrees when you're going back? I don't think my arm will do that. Look at that. So it just wouldn't look natural. But yeah, you can go, if I wanted to, I could have taken it a full 180 degree rotation to the back. More than 90 degrees out to the side, 45 degrees each way for the legs. A natural range of motion to the back because your leg won't go all that far back. Yeah, it's good. It's a solid figure. I like it a lot, and like I said, I'm thinking about getting it because I do love the visor on it, as I said earlier in the chat. It's really a gorgeous figure. I like the design. I like that it's clone armor with a unique head sculpt. I think helmet sculpt. That's really neat. Sideshow showed crash when Stormtrooper Han Solo was announced. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I mean, that's not saying anything negative about Sideshow's IT department. They're pros. They know what they're doing. But who could have anticipated that? Yeah. Wish I had one. I want to say somebody offered me one in a trade once, and I turned it down. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have thought about that. Yeah. People are gonna get mad. The internet's gonna get mad, everyone. Not sure if you knew. Single songwriters here. If you commented earlier, I totally missed it, but welcome aboard. Had Jin Urso. Oh, that was another one they brought out? That's cool. Sorry, guys. That really sucks. I actually do the same thing. Use the wash it 3 times a week to not dry out my hair, then use a dry shampoo. If you know, you know. Oh, dude, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing that Moff Gideon with the Mandalorian armor. That would be really cool. Oh, really? Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. God, that sucks. Anyway, so what do you think? Should we pose something? I think we should pose something. Let's see who won the poll. Looks like it's Luke. Yep. Yep. Very clearly Luke. That's cool. Oh, is that right? Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna finish my stuff. My waistline just grew an inch. While, Apple box. Every time I bring in the Apple box, in my head, I hear the theme song for Apple Jacks. Remember Apple Jacks, the cereal? Apple Jacks, Apple Jacks. So my goal now is to put that song in your heads. So every time I bring up an Apple box, everybody sings Apple box, Apple box, Apple box. All right, I'm gonna grab the figure. The winner is Luke Skywalker Deluxe from Return of the Jedi. Yeah, I was hoping for Kenobi. Why are you here? Well played, man. Well played. Luke Skywalker Deluxe 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. Man, that was a violent shake of the table. But here it is, and as you can see, still sealed. Man, are you really a 6-scale fan if you don't open your stuff? Steve Nar, it is not an actual Apple box. An Apple box is a name given by photographers to this, which is basically a useful little tool that you can use to build up sets. You can put it on a table and just to create like a shelf and drape a cloth over it, or you can just use it for what I use it for, which is to put my my monitor on, the monitor that I use to preview the footage for the videos that I'm shooting. Very useful tool. Kind of pricey for what it is, but I guess wood ain't cheap these days, right? Actually, I don't need this yet. I'm down for that. Death metal version of the Applejack song. That seems to be all the rage right now. Everybody's digging death metal. Speaking of which, for those of you out there who are, like myself, ghost heads, check out your local streaming site of choice for a band called Repugnant. That's the first band of Tobias Forge, aka Papa Emeritus from Ghost. The man who straight up does pretty much, well, originally did all of the songwriting for Ghost. Now he's using several partners, which explains the difference. But yeah, check them out, man, because they've got a lot of like thrash. It's death metal, black metal, basically, but it also has a lot of influence from 80s thrash metal. You hear a lot of like really cool 80s thrash stuff going on in their stuff. Great record. Every time you say Apple Box, I have Florida. Oh, Oh, well, that's another one. Oh. Sorry. Of course you do. My name's Terry. I live in a tree. Funny enough, every time you stop repeating yourself. Gotta go bathe and trim the pups. At the same time? Oh, you're gonna bathe the pups. Okay, I thought you meant you were gonna bathe and trim the pups. Which I was like, man, that just sounds messy. Well, either way, it sounds messy. Anyway, so here we go. Box. Let's clear this off. There's the box. Yeah, look at that focus. Grabbing that focus. That is a cool tone that's going on there for the cigar band. Spin that around so that you can actually see the... Look how cool that is. Look at all the options you have for this. You've got indoor, you've got... you've got... Tatooine, and you've got Death Star. So you've got all the Luke looks. Luke looks. That's pretty awesome. Okay, let's see what this insert looks like. I have not seen this yet. I haven't even watched an unboxing video of this yet. So this will be a first for me. Yeah, see, this is actually the pose that I was going to go for. So that might be what you see me hit here. I love that. I just think that's so cool that they thought to include a deleted scene. Not just the image, but just to have the accessories for the deleted scene included in the figure was such a big win for me. I don't buy things from Return of the Jedi. I focus on Clone Wars. I focus on the TV shows. But this was a step away from my usual thing. Gavin Luke. Electronic Groove. I love this track. No! Perez is gonna go! Okay, see you, man. Watch it in the rerun. Yeah, dude, that's a lot of options. I mean, I totally agree. Oh, I don't know. Would they do it? They've kind of already done it, right? Simo's here. Hey, just in time for the unboxing. Yeah, you came here at the right time, my friend. What did I say? Somebody else did that last week, and I think my response was, you're like the guy that shows up to a birthday party right when they serve cake. Well played. Well played. Tell your own story, tell it your way, right? Oh, God, okay. Well, I'll try. I do have sand in the garage. Because it snows here. Alright, this is a potential mess. But let's see. Trying to get it without a whole lot of, again. I promised myself after last week that I'd start clearing the comments off while I'm showing stuff on screen. For some reason, I didn't notice that was happening, and it really does create a distraction. But yeah, that's what it looks like in the box. Now the reason I'm showing this now like it is because this segment with all the hands in it is actually on top of the plastic tray. So when I remove the top of the tray, it's actually going to come off with them. So you can see that there's also, you got a couple of gloved hands. You got a battle damaged hand. This hand, actually. And you've got a couple of gloved hands. So options. Always good to have options. Okay. Set that aside. Plastic. We all love plastic, right, Paul? Oh, man. Man, it slid right off. It's not true. It was a little bit challenging. Hot Toys has been getting, I don't want to say better, but they've kind of started loosening up the plastic on the feet, so it's easier to pull it off. Thank you, Hot Toys. It's a very welcome change. All right, alternate head sculpt. This is not. No, I had to double check just to be sure. This is not one of those super cool DX movable eyeball things. You have a side eye Luke, and the hair is swappable, so you can put the less windblown look onto this portrait, which is awesome. And let me go ahead and pop this off. Okay, so without spilling everything down, I'm just going to show you this at a 45-degree angle so nothing comes out. But let's roll in there so that you can kind of get a look at everything in the box. You can see he comes wearing the poncho from Endor. The Tatooine poncho is on the side there. You've got lightsaber, you got blaster pistol from Jabba's palace. A helmet, goggles. And that's it for the top tray. There's more than one tray. That's exciting. The other tray features... I can pop this thing off. I don't think we'll be using this today. No need for it. Maybe. I don't know. Oops. So let's just go ahead and showcase that. It just has the base elements and the tabard and the belt from the Jedi look. So that's cool. Close up on those because I don't know that I'll be doing Endor. Probably just Tatooine. Huh. By the way, that little base topper for the battle droid, Geonosis battle droid, that's a nice addition. I like that a lot. Definitely getting your money worth with that figure. Ooh, that's a flex. Somebody here has a New Hope Obi-Wan. Really cool. I love the smell when opening a new Hot Toys figure and that creak in the plastic box. I love that too, but I love the smell even more when it's mixed with the smell of coffee, which is why I love Saturday morning Toy Tunes. It's cold. Look who's here. Hi, man. Good morning. I love watching them unpack figures. It's like watching a kid at Christmas morning. I never claim to be otherwise when I'm unpacking figures. So yeah, welcome, Scott. Good to see you here, my friend. Releases like this makes me glad I don't collect a lot of Star Wars figures. Dude, the struggle is extremely freaking real. And just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. I lost focus there for a second. Okay, Luke, you ready for this? Here we go, everyone. This is a pretty dramatic tune. It's a lively tune, to be sure. All right. I think I need a base. All your base are belong to us. Just throw it. The disrespect is real. It's palpable. I don't want to push down on the desk anymore. I've got so many premium formats on this desk that I know that I'm pushing the load limit. It's not as bad as it was when I was in Charlotte, though. That was a... You could actually hear the strain. It's a mechanical desk, and you can hear the strain. Jesus, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this stand in. That is not a comfortable sound, or a sound I'm comfortable hearing. Okay, let me see here. Perhaps I was doing it the wrong way. Oh god, dudes, I'm not gonna be able to get this in. Yes, that came from an 80s game. Sound off if you know. Alright, that took some effort. Yeah, took some effort and some strategery. Strategery. It's another vague reference. I guess I should go ahead and end this poll, right? Get it off everybody's screen. Yeah, Luke, it would have been really awkward if Obi-Wan would have come from behind while I was unboxing Luke and actually won the poll. Alright, poll is over. Should we do another poll while I'm doing this? Actually, it just occurs to me that this Luke will be fun to show off with Ahsoka. Yeah. Alright. Uh-oh. I'm gonna do it without looking at it. Yeah. That's only funny if you guys saw the past couple live streams in which I used this knife and reflexively my eyes glanced down at the monitor to watch it open on screen. How to be a poser indeed. Well, rip the plastic. Can't sell it now. Why would I? Why would I? This was one of my most coveted figures when it first came out. Which, you know, raises the question, well, why the hell didn't you open it then, you big dummy? That's interesting. I want to say, yeah, I actually have had hands on one of these before because we did a How to Be a Poser video on it. We did the video never saw the light of day, but it was an attempt to start a new thing. It was the first, I think, attempt in a versus series where we but in this particular one, we've done it before. We had Iron Man versus Thanos, and we've had a few more recently in the versus series. But this one was huge. It was epic. It was this Luke versus Darth Vader with the Emperor on throne in the background and 2 royal guards. Basically a what-if scenario in which the royal guards were in the throne room at the moment when Luke was getting ready. And the pose was not Luke and Vader crossing sabers, but Luke in mid-swing bringing the saber towards the Emperor, and Vader in mid-swing getting ready to have his blade meet Luke's. So it was like the split second before the clash, that epic clash that started their fight. And there were 2 Coruscant guards. Sorry, there were 2 Imperial guards with their staves out in combat postures, getting ready to go at Luke as well. Tell your own story, tell it your way. But that one they never edited that one. I'm not sure why. It was probably just too much. There was a lot going on. All right, so I'm going to take this poncho off. First of all, let's take a look at it. Clear that off. Skip that track. So this one, the poncho needs some love when you get it, because it's pretty wrinkled. It's been in the box for a while, and it's going to be kind of wrinkled, but it is wired down here at the bottom and at the sides, all the way throughout, all the way through here, totally wired, as it is down here. So you can totally go to town on posing this thing. So, but like I said, it's going to need some love. The hood will go over his head, and as far as 6-scale hoods go, it actually looks quite nice. Great work. At first glance, I was like, that poncho could be better, but it's a really strong poncho. Oh, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. I didn't get the Jedi speeder bike. I have the Sideshow version, which is too small. Oh, let's see. The entire posting segment doing your Robert Shaw. Have you ever heard my Robert Shaw Quint impression? Because I haven't. All right, so I think that to get this off, we got to take the head off. Hair. Hairless Luke. There we go. Wow, look, it maintains its shape. Wired. Wired for your pleasure. Anyway. Oh, glad I did that, see? Behind the scenes story. I was shooting Yelena and completely forgot to take the plastic off of her chest and had to go back and reshoot. I think I mentioned this last week, but I had to go back and reshoot basically the entire video on the day it was due. So, all right, so let's see, which portrait do we want? Which one did they use in their insert? They used the mostly closed mouth version, and I think that's probably a good choice. Why did I think you... See, I feel like Luke was looking off to the left a few minutes ago, and now he's very clearly looking off to the right. So what's going on? Something's fishy here. This is taking much longer than I usually take. Because there are so many options. I mean, what are you going to do? Anyway, since I am going to be doing the Tatooine look, he's going to be windblown. Yeah, he's not going to want his mouth grating like that. He's going to get sand in his teeth. And as we know, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Sand gets everywhere. How many people actually said that along with me? 2? 1? None? That is a snug fit. Yeah, that is really tight. Okay. No comments from the peanut gallery, everyone. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what would be a good one. Let's see. All right. Do I want to put on... Because he would have been wearing the tunic. So I think I should put on the tunic, right? Yeah. Okay. Comes in 2 separate pieces. You got the belt. That's interesting. Okay. And you got the tunic itself. Let's go ahead and throw this over. Trying to remember to keep everything on screen so that you all can see it happening. But when you're putting things on, obviously you want to have the arms straight and back, just as if you yourself were putting on a coat. And slide that over the shoulders very gently. I know it looks like I'm not being gentle, but this is Terry for gentle. Okay, now there we go. I actually don't know which side is on top. I have to cheat. Where's my box up? Oh shit. I can't see. No excuse for that. I just got new glasses. So I'm gonna have to Google this. Let's see. All right, I'm looking at... Man, can't tell in that photo. How about this one? Totally can't tell. Okay, so if the Hot Toys photos are to be believed, it looks like the right side crosses over the left side. So I'm going to go with that and probably find out later that I'm wrong. Fortunately, I'm comfortable with being proven wrong. So. Huh. Would that work? Yeah, that's what it works. Okay, cool. Let's see what's going on in the chats. What am I missing? Phantom Poncho. Yeah. It's like a Scooby-Doo episode, right? Or Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest was one of my favorite cartoons when I was growing up. There is a bit of a trivia question for you. Terry Trivia. Melissa K's got to head out. Not surprised. It's very late where you are. Well, thanks for being here as always. It's always good to have you around. And yeah, sorry you got to go, but we'll see you next week, or we'll see you tomorrow night on Polly's channel. I feel like I've got another thing. Oh, somebody wanted me to be on his live stream, and I had to turn it down because obligations to my employer, so to speak. All right, I'm just trying to get this right the first time around. Sorry for the dead air, everyone, but I'm really hyper-focused on getting this on correctly the first time. Boom! Fuck. Oh, there was the F-bomb. That took us over into PG-13 territory. I think I got one more before I have to go R. Oh my god. It's a bit stretchy, but okay. Man, that's snug. And this isn't even the chubby Luke body from the, oh, see, yeah. Down, down, down. Good, good, good. Okay, so the reason we're doing the tabard is because he actually had the tabards on in the opening sequence of Return of the Jedi. Which, by the way, is the track on the original motion picture soundtrack of Return of the Jedi that I played most often while playing with my Legos. That's right. I provided soundtracks with my playtime when I was a kid. Raise your hand if you did that. Because it totally took my play to the next level, man. It was fun. Head down. Luis is here. Hey, dude. Wow. Saying hi to a lot of people. Do you recommend doing a wash with Hot Toys cloaks so their dye doesn't get on the figure? Probably not a terrible idea, but I don't do it myself. I recognize why that could be a problem for some people, and I have, like, I'm looking at you, Picard from QMX. The dye that got all over the neck of that QMX Picard figure was, whew, pretty ugly. It's the only reason I still have that figure. I would have sold it long ago, but no one wants to buy a dye-stained Picard figure, especially not with the new ones that came out. So it may not be a bad idea. The trouble is, if the dye is loose enough on the fabric to stain the figure, my concern is that if you do a wash, that it will remove enough of the dye that it affects the actual overall look of the figure. And that's why I don't do it myself. Because I don't know what went into the actual process of creating the figures, I can't make a sound enough judgment. I cannot make even an educated guess as to how it will be affected by a wash. So I err on the side of caution and just trust that in most cases, it won't transfer to the figure skin. That's my method. For other people, it may be worth the risk. That's a judgment call, and it's a very personal one. So I don't know. I haven't seen a single episode. It's a travesty, I know, but I just haven't seen a single episode. Was that the second F-bomb? I don't remember the first one. The name of which... oh God, is this the previous track? Hang on, let me go back. Okay, the dramatic one, this one here, is called Obliteration. And this one is MX2000 by Lupus Nocte. Nightwolf. For those who... And I actually do dig this track. It's fun to drive to. But are we a hard R? When do we get nipple territory? As I've said, if I ever get 100 likes in the middle of a live stream, I will take off whatever shirt I'm wearing. Ooh, that's cool. Right on, Big Dog Pound. Represent. Cool. Indeed, Joker. Indeed. Oh, so much big time tech going on. Oh God, I miss that show. I actually have them all. Yeah, I legitimately used to take a break every so often and watch like a few minutes of a Johnny Quest episode just to break things up a little bit. You know, I've seen the first couple of episodes and it's great. I just haven't followed up, but I'll get around to it. Anyway, where's my? I'm looking for OBS so that I can clear that off the screen. Clear? Good. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, posing a 6-scale figure. Speaking of things that are wired. Yeah, they wired the hell out of this bad boy. Okay. Now here's the question. Do I... First of all, which side is which? I don't even know. Okay, that's it. Okay, so you have to figure out, it comes to you like just totally smushed together like this, so you have to kind of put it together. Alright, this is very clearly the hood opening, but what's going on back here? This is open, alright, but there's two sides to every story end of this cloak. So this clearly goes to the back, and so that's going to be draped down, exposing his back, so it's a good thing that I put the tunic on him, because I thought it would be hidden, and it's not. The front is open. So let's just go ahead. Doesn't look like I need to pop the head off. That's always good. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you know what I should have done first? Goggles. Oh, no need. They slide on. So there must be a means of... Yeah. Class Doe is here. What's going on, Prentice? My good friend from the days of the McMurray College Summer Enrichment Program for Gifted and Talented Young People. I used to just call it Summer Camp for Smart Kids just to piss off the bullies. There was a guy, his name was Dave. Because there were 3 of us from my school that used to go to that summer camp. And and there was another guy who was in the gifted program with us, but he didn't qualify to go to McMurray College, and he freaking hated it. He was just like so pissed any time that it came up because he wanted to go. And I felt bad for him. He's actually done quite well for himself. He's a big shot lawyer. It's not that he was dumb, but just for whatever reason, he didn't qualify for the program. Couldn't go. I like Dave. He's good people. I should have probably reached out to him about my divorce. Hi, honey, if you're watching. Okay, so yeah, this kind of slides in. I'm gonna push this up here. The goggles kind of have like really short stems, and they slide in under the hair to give the impression that he just kind of did that whole pulled it down around the neck and pulled it up thing. Look how cool they look. Now these are the same goggles that Sideshow used on the Obi-Wan Kenobi mythos. So the story is, the reason they got these is because when Sideshow did the Obi-Wan Kenobi mythos, they had access to this scene. They knew about this scene, and the whole story was that Luke got these from Obi-Wan's house when he was building his lightsaber there. Probably the poncho too. Now I'm not going to do a lot to change this. Just going to have it blowing in the wind a little bit. All right. There we go. You know, here's the downside to this choice of figure, is that it actually is a bit of a it's challenging to do this in a timely fashion because styling capes, styling cloaks, styling ponchos takes some time. And yeah, it's just gonna make the stream run a little bit long, I'm afraid. And thank you for being patient while watching me do this. But you just really have to be careful. Not really careful, you just have to be meticulous about this. Now, okay. Now my first instinct was to have this portion blowing over his shoulder, but the way that it's cut doesn't really lend itself to that. It looks kind of awkward. I'm gonna move this into the front so maybe it'll choose to focus on the figure. There we go. So it just looks a little bit awkward. How did they do it? Okay, they did the same thing that I'm gonna do, which is actually pull it under and have it blowing out this way. Now how much, it's not wired that far down, but I think it's wired down far enough that we can swing it under and just create a pretty tight fold. Yeah, there we go. And now it's blowing nicely. That's going to move it down. Yeah, of course it's going to move it down. Exposed wrist pegs. My nemesis. Hey, there he is. Brought you up yesterday. Where were you? Earlier today. It's so long ago that it feels like yesterday. But yeah, late to the show because I had to cover a parade until the rain started. First time you were glad for rain, right? Hope the camera gear didn't get wet, bro. All right, so then this one, let's just go ahead and do this. Go. Same thing. Because this is going to come up a little bit. Let's blow this underneath. Right? How do they do it? Why am I looking at theirs? Yeah, because he's going to be heading into the wind, so that's going to wrap around him and kind of blow back this way. Let's turn his head this way, because I think this torso is going to go this way. And I kind of want this leg coming out to the front. And we're going to move this arm up and twist the hand out. Focus is not doing its job. Reflexes. That ninja training came in handy, finally. Okay, this has a double jointed knee, and it's one of those double jointed knees that if you only bend the one, it makes the knee look awkward. So you have to bend both to make sure you get it right. So let's go ahead and get that step forward. And I want him just to be kind of staggering a little bit. I don't want him to be striding confidently. It's one of those you've seen. Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings. I think Lawrence of Arabia. You know, I think The English Patient. You know, any kind of a show where that you see people trudging through sand in a sandstorm, and they're having to. That's the downside of this whole single jointed neck thing, is you can't really do this, no matter how good the music. Anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna shift that torso a little bit more, get his arm up, have it shrug, and tilt that head down a little bit this way, just to give you a look at what I'm doing. So I think that needs to be up just a bit more. Rotate it that way. Stop focusing on me, camera. I'll tell you something completely different next time. All right. Let's get this blowing the wind a little bit more. Let's pull this one through. Just see how I like that. Get that down. Turn that torso just a bit more and turn him into the wind. Nice thing about the goggles is you don't have to worry about which way the eyes are looking so much, because you can just use your imagination for that. It's a gap in the display, and that your brain kind of just fills in. Now, let me see. I think we want this blowing out more. So let's go ahead and take advantage of that wire to do that. Now I overcompensate because it's not wired all the way down. It's only wired to about, or am I lying? I might be lying. Yeah, it's only wired to about midpoint. Oh no, it's wired here. Oh, that's cool. It's wired in the middle. And here. Okay, on the hem, it's only wired about halfway down, but it's wired all the way to the bottom here. So I can really, really work that. Now, because it's weighted here, you kind of overcompensate with your bend up top to create that illusion that it's really blowing in the wind. Which is where you'll find the answer, my friend. I'm so weird. All right, let's see this. I think that could bend a little more that way. This guy still needs some love. So let's go ahead and pre-bend that so that it'll curve around here. What are we doing here? I know it's your figure, but Luke didn't wear the glove until he was in the X-Wing. Thank you. That is 100% accurate. Good save. Good save. Much appreciated. Uh-oh. Frack. That's too bad. The reason it's too bad is because the only hand that's available to you that is screen accurate is the lightsaber holding hand. So what Hot Toys did in their image was they actually had the lightsaber, they actually had Luke holding the cape. I would much rather have had the option. Actually, that's kind of a force gesture hand anyway, so not the relaxed hand that I thought it was. But yeah, who said that? Simo, good save, bro. Thank you. So Hot Toys made up for that by having Luke holding the cloak. How did they? Oh, it just came over the top. I see. How did they get it to? That had to be photoshopped. Because the downside is that that's totally exposing the wrist peg, which I hate. Won't go so far as to say I hate. Wow, it's getting late. It's 11 o'clock. It's time to give Piper her eye drops. They can wait. We're almost done here anyway. All right. I'll lean him into it a little bit more. Bring his head up. Yeah, that's really too bad because I really like that the warding off, the way that his hand was up warding off the sand. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's not a polyfine. All right. This is taking much longer than I usually take, I recognize. And thank you for being patient, everybody. Watch, there's like 3 people in the chats now. All right, so let's see how that looks to you guys. I'm going to clear this off. So yeah, notice how he's just kind of off balance. His stance is much wider than it would typically be when I have somebody walking because he's trying to maintain that balance. He's trying to stay stable in the face of an oncoming storm. The oncoming storm is a great Doctor Who reference that I wasn't really trying to make, but still. So there it is. And again, I reserve the right to tweak after this is all over. But as I promised, oh yeah, something else that needs to happen is we're going to need a lightsaber hilt. There we go. Oh god, no, no, no. Travesty, calamity. Okay. Is there? There it is. Okay, I'm going to take this off while I do this. Notice, trick. D-ring dangles. So, turn it upside down to put the lightsaber on the belt clip. And there we go. There we go. There we go. Ah! Who feels like dancing? I'm actually going to have this, no, it won't blow. Okay. I mean, it blows. Talking about the pose, not the figure. All right, so more corrections. Get that back under here. Yeah. And again, his arms out. Everything about is about balance and imbalance, especially. But I just want to make sure that he's it's trying to focus on my face, so I'm just trying to get up here. But yeah, you can see that it exposes the wrist peg, but 6 scale posing is it's an art of give and take. Bad Wolf Media is throwing out stuff. Hand holding the poncho, left hand blocking the sand from his face. No, I don't want that. I don't want both hands out front like that. I definitely want that contrapposto thing going on there with his hand being back like that, because that just helps it to look better from all angles. Yeah, but again, with your figure, obviously do that. But for what I have in mind, this is definitely what I'm after. He's not quite. I don't actually have him holding the poncho. That would take so long that I don't think we'd have time on the stream today. Thank you everybody for reminding people to hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, the torso is definitely tilted into the wind, my friend. Thank you. It's not that bad, God. Attack the Clones R2-D2. Yeah, I still don't have mine yet. It looks great, dude. I mean, I just dig it. And seriously, this is the one that pushed me over the edge. I had the other version, and I actually bought on eBay before they became impossible to find. Although I'm sure you can find them out there. But I bought the cloak, which doesn't. This is the only Luke accessory that I can think of that doesn't come with this figure. They kept that separate just to encourage people to go ahead and buy the other one. And when I saw that, I was just like, oh, Well, that's an accessory that's going to be hard to find later. So I'm like, as soon as the figure was announced, I immediately went to eBay and bought the only one that I could find. I think I spent 40 or 50 bucks on it. So really expensive cloak, but yeah, there it is. Total noob question. I welcome those. Where can I find this deleted scene you are referencing? Probably on YouTube. Probably on YouTube. I want to say that I've seen it on YouTube. It's probably also available on Blu-rays of Return of the Jedi. I think I saw it there as well. So yeah, there are plenty of options for viewing it. There are several great deleted scenes from Return of the Jedi that have made their way to the public eye in recent years. So yeah, go look for it, man. It's really, really cool. Now, I mentioned earlier that it would be kind of cool to see, because they are closely associated with each other in the Mandoverse, it would be cool to see this Luke paired with the new Ahsoka. So let's get her up there and slide my keyboard over. There we go. Let's clear that comment off the screen. There we go, so we can actually see everybody. Oh, that's not the one. Everything's backwards. Now, keep in mind, guys, that this Ahsoka Tano pose is not finessed because, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, in the middle of the night last night, my computer monitor toppled, fell off this computer, and actually the fall was broken by Ahsoka. So this... It's really loud. In fact, I'm just going to skip that. So yeah, that Ahsoka Tano needs a lot of finesse with the pose, and I recognize that, so apologies for that. But there we go. What else do I have on display that would look cool with this? Nothing. That's all Clone Wars, and I got some Stormtroopers, but I don't even have a Scout Trooper out here right now, except for the one on the Mando speeder bike. So that's pretty much it. Oh, look, a friend of the family. Good reference, thank you. And I'm really, really sorry for everybody who wasn't able to score this Ahsoka figure. Sam Catarosano came on to my YouTube channel, super producer Sam, for those of you who don't know his last name, and he actually says that this is his favorite figure potentially of all time, with good reason. I mean, I love everything about it. I'm not even going to touch the skin right now because I've got oils on my fingers. Oh, Brandy Woods. There we go. Not exactly screen accurate, but adorable all the same. Bitter Troll is asking what made my screen fall over. I recently had to replace my hard drive, and I did it myself. And when I reattached the the 2017 iMacs and beyond, no longer used magnets to attach the monitor to the computer itself. They used an adhesive. And I had to replace the adhesive. Something went amiss with the way that I reapplied it. Maybe I didn't clean the gunk off the screen enough when I put it back on. I don't know, but it totally dropped. It totally fell down. Not for the first time either. It started to fall off shortly after I did it, and I thought that I'd saved it, but apparently I'm just gonna have to leave tape on this thing. I'm gonna order some more adhesive and redo it at some point, but it's really low on my priority list. Got too many other things to do, such as go down in my basement and try to find that damned Darth Maul figure from Solo that was supposed to be the figure that I posted today, but wound up not being because my basement's a mess. My wife, Catherine, oldest friend, and I would say hi. As in, hi. Oh, they went to Nashville to see Taylor Swift? That's commitment, yo. I am not a Taylor Swift fan. I'm neutral to Taylor Swift. Also, take a look at Jared Rod getting force choked by... Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's cool. Is it the regular version or the deluxe with this base? I'm curious to see. If you don't have it, you should jump on it and, I don't know, maybe acquire it for a friend or something. Or invest. Invest! Yeah, I know. I was kind of bummed. Anyway, let's see how many comments that I missed all the way up here. Oh, Christina Payne came on board, bringing the pain as always. Hello. That's funny. Goodbye, my friends. I ride to glory. That's what it's making me think of here. Who was that? Somebody legitimately died that way. She had a long-ass scarf on in a convertible, leaving a party. It was a Hollywood actress, big name. And she took off in her car. The scarf got caught in the axle or the wheel and choked her, like broke her neck or something. It was really horrible. I can't remember who it was. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything crucial here. Lots of people liking Johnny Quest. I have not watched Visions 2, Simo. Actually, that's on my list of things to do for today after I go down in the basement and try to straighten up the mess that I created trying to find the Darth Maul figure. Yeah, dude, it goes a long way, doesn't it? I mean, that's actually a really basic, dull pose underneath that poncho. But with all the motion suggested by it, and this straightness here is really bugging me. I'm totally gonna be tweaking this for days. But the motion suggested by the poncho really adds to what is basically a very generic pose. If that Luke came with a Jedi rope. Jedi rope. Oh, robe. Yeah. Yeah, again, like the one that I bought aftermarket. Terry, when you redo the monitor screen, treat it like a car windshield install. Maybe use some painter's tape outside. Totally, okay. That's it. That's it. That's the next thing that I planned on doing, man. As soon as I get done with this live stream, I'm going to take this computer apart, take it in there, and go at it with a blow dryer just to really just heat up that adhesive, make it nice and soft, and let it just do its work. Just let it go from super hot just to room temperature, and hopefully that will do the trick. It currently has painter's tape all around it, in like more than a dozen places, like 16 different places. So it's there. It's not going anywhere for the time being. I too am neutral on Taylor Swift. However, we'll try to shoot the show this summer in Kansas City. Yeah, do that, dude. That'll be fun. No capes. Exactly. All right, guys. What time is it? 11:12. We still got time. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about? Man. I kind of want to... No, that's too precarious. I still haven't showed off my Ahsoka Tano premium format figure, which is on the desk now. It replaced the Yoda and Clone Trooper figure. But, you know, that's cool. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I have a plan for a photograph. I'm not going to say it, but I'll have it for the next live stream. I will totally have it up for the next live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't even have to pose anything for it. Both the figure sets involved are already posed. I just have to put them on a table, compose it, light it, and shoot it, and maybe do some Photoshop trickery in there too. But it's going to be fun. Yeah, Clone Wars goodness. Clone Wars fun. Anyway, so let's just take a look here one last time just to make sure nothing else is... Brandy, you're funny. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream, everybody. But thanks for joining me here. I hope you all enjoyed the posing segment. Let me know in the comments sections if you enjoyed this whole out of the cellar segment in which we featured a long ago released figure that I just happen to have unopened in my basement. I have several more. I also have several more figures down in my basement that have been opened that would probably benefit from, you know, people could probably benefit from seeing a posing segment of it. I'm not averse to doing that. So yeah, and also if you're in the comment sections, do some requests. Odds are pretty good if it's Star Wars, I've got it. Odds are pretty good if it's Iron Man, I've got it. So we can do some poses, not just with Star Wars figure, but also with some Iron Man figures, Marvel stuff. Without further ado, I am going to call it a stream, as I said, and you guys continue being awesome. And until next time, be good to your plastic. Later.